Hi, good morning and welcome to my channel. My name is Natalie and this is Sew Stitch Sew Knat. This is Flosstube number 58. It's the 1st of May and I'm here for my April wrap up. I'm sorry if I sound echoey, the living room is still a work in progress, which I think you can tell by the patchy bits above me. It needs a second coat on that wall. And this will probably be maybe the last time you see the chairs I'm sitting on. That's getting replaced also at some point, but these will get replaced sooner. Yeah, husband's meant to be ordering them, hasn't ordered them yet. Don't know what I'm going to sit on when the carpet's down and the fireplace is done and the walls are done. The camp chair's out already, not as comfortable though. So yeah, that was a bit of life thrown in there, but there'll be more life at the end. I have the giveaway from last video. I haven't picked winners for that yet, so I might have to pause the video to sort that one out. I have 2 whips I can't show you because I've packed them away, as you do. I've got some stitchy progress, but not on my... Well, one of my monthly goal whips has had some progress, nowhere near as much as it needs. I've had 3 new starts. Yeah, and the sticking below 50 whips went out the window. So I think I'm on 51. Don't think I'm going to start anything in May. But saying that, it's a spring mingle this weekend about having kids at the project for hands-on design. I did book onto the class, but I'll probably be just there for a few hours tomorrow morning, check out the shopping booth and whatnot, and catch the class later, which looks really exciting, another different finish to learn. So that's kind of a bit of plans as well. Should we get started on the whips? If I haven't said, this is a channel predominantly about cross stitch. I haven't got anything else to show you today. Sometimes the other thing creeps in. Yeah. The first project to show is Cabin in the Woods by Flossibilities. And I'm stitching this with StitchySally. It's part of her birthday start last year. Let me take this off the hook. This did get a bit more work than just when I was watching Sally's videos. I just kind of got into the flow of it and just went for it. I have had to fudge. I've mirrored the fudge on the other side, so hopefully when I get around a bit more. Sorry, this is creased and haven't got a board or anything, so... And there's hanging threads, so apologies. But let's face it, that's always here for me. So what have I done? I've gone out, hope you can hear me, both sides where the tree line is. So basically across here and across here. When I got to this side, I realised I was 2 stitches too close to this, but I can make it work, so it's fine. So I did the same on that side. I just need to watch the placement of the stars, so if I get all the trees in first, it'll be fine. And who's going to know when it's finished, unless you've got a chart right next to it. I'm stitching that on 32 counts Murano slate grey with Col 4 DMC. So it's bare floorboards, carpet's gone. Next is, I haven't got a cover photo for this, so I'll have to pop one in. This is North America Sal by Caterpillar Cross Stitch. I got this when it was a Sal, started and did not keep up. I think I did the first part and then that was it. So I've now done part 2 and I'm on part 3. The dolphin got stitched in the wrong colour. It is starting to bug me, so he may have to get his colours changed. I just have to pick up the wrong thread when I was stitching at that time. So I'm up on the San Francisco Bay Bridge. Last time we saw it, that wasn't in, that wasn't in, that wasn't finished. I think the dolphin was in, and I think I might have done some work on the guitar. So this is really creased. So my goal was to stitch on everything for at least 5 hours this year, but that's had more than 5 hours, so in theory that should be going away. Just had more than 5 hours, but it was just calling to me. And when something calls to you, generally speaking, I answer it. Although Victorian Charm is actually calling to me, which is my oldest one, by Dimensions, and I've put it in a box. Don't know which box, so it's going to have to wait. But it'd be a good time to stitch it because of the nice natural light. Next is the Gilmore Girls Cell. I've got a picture of that one, by Forbidden Fibre Co. It looks like that when it's finished. I didn't start on time, they didn't keep up, then my borders didn't meet, and I'm stitching it at my own pace. I've just done some more work on this bit. I think you saw this bit last time. So I've almost finished the word flincher. Yeah, which I put in. I realised I put it in too low, so I had to rip that F and the I out, I think. And I started putting I'm in. So yeah. As you can tell, I'm a bit Gilmore Girls obsessed. This is from Asda. So yeah, I've got some other ones as well. I feel like the daisies. Yeah, love that progress in stitch. I normally stitch on a Sunday when my son's swimming. It hasn't got as much progress because they weren't open for Easter. I think I did pick it up anyway. And currently he's hurt his knee, so he definitely won't be swimming this weekend, so I might still pick it up anyway. Next is my Blackbird mystery tour. Blackbird Designs, so it's Blackbird by Blackbird Designs. I'm stitching it with, sorry, I've realised I've not said any of the details. If you've got any questions, just let me know below on fabric or thread. And I'm stitching this on a 28 count mushroom even weave with Classic Colourworks Blackbird. It's more of a solid brown, I would say. So yeah, I've got some more leaves and then I'm onto the big vase at the bottom. This is 2/2. And I'm stitching that when SewMeSarah's videos are, well, I'm watching them. I started that as part of her birthday start for Fun for 50. I'd already stitched Strawberry Fields Forever, so I asked if I could join in using that one. I must admit I've not been posting on Instagram at all lately, but something I should definitely get back to. The other Fun for 50 was SewMeSarah. Let's take it out. I actually got a book with me today rather than the photo from inside. So it's from With Thy Hands. I'm doing on a 40 count Newcastle linen, 1/2. which is my second time doing 1/2 on 40 count. Well, I've now got 3 projects there, 40 count. 4 projects. Yes, yeah, 3 projects. I've completed 1 project. So I've just continued that penny border across, put the flowering in the wrong place. It's 1 stitch too low. This is in the right place though. So my plan is when I bring this across, I might just stitch over that stitch there and just carry on. We shall see. I just realised there's a flower on this side that I haven't stitched in yet as well. All these projects are making me go, oh, I really want to stitch that. But one of my monthly progress stitches needs some attention. So I think once I've caught up on the stitches that I missed from last month, I think that one of these might come out at some point. And I also did some more stitches on Hello Sunshine, which I think met last month's whip, not last month's, March's whip go. Yeah, because I wasn't far enough behind. This was a mystery stitch along, so I shall pop in a photo from Caterpillar Cross Stitch. I've now completed part 3, I want to say. Yeah, I think it was a 5-part. So I've got 2 more parts to go. This is on 18 count Foba with the kit threads, which are all DMC. And it's 2 threads over 1. Don't recommend Foba for it. If you're not careful, your stitches will slip. So I'm stitching it one stitch by 1 stitch rather than all the way across and all the way back, which I would have done if it had been a different fabric, so it slowed me down a little bit. That's what that looks like. I do a bit more stitching in the wild with this because it's got the vinyl front on. I can put the pattern underneath and then got the thread, I can just stitch away. I know somebody else mentioned that on their channel. Not the shiny, just the clear fabric. I would say this is a project I've got the most progress on, but I think it's actually Cabin in the Woods I've got the most progress. This is Luca-S, the Aquarium, which is a kit. I'm using all the kit flosses and fabric. And this will be a gift for my dad in September, right at the beginning of September, and obviously I've got holiday and whatnot in between, so the aim was to get this finished by the end of July. So I'm just about halfway, I think, or just over halfway. Oh, yeah, I can see the halfway line. I'm about 50% on, so looking at it. Not trying to do that, I'll tip everything in. So yeah, this is full coverage. I haven't put the back stitch in yet, this some. So the halfway line is literally about 2 stitches below where the 10 block cut off is. So I should have done, if to stay on goal, up to here. So all that should have been filled in. So yeah, bit of catching up to do. But I think I want to still try and finish this goal from last month, give myself a break, then come back to it. because I don't want to burn out on it as well. There's still quite a long way to go, and it is quite stitch heavy. Why I thought yeah, anyway, should have given myself more time for that one. Absolutely love the colours. That can be quite confetti in places, so it's kind of nice when you get onto like the dark blue bits, because it's a bit more denser stitching. Sorry, I'm not taking it out of the packet, but it's glistening. New starts. So my first new start was for the Nashville Startathon at the end of March, which I think was the same day I recorded. It's Friday the, oh no, I said that, 1st of May. As you can tell, quite sweaty today. Easter was exhausting decorating and didn't finish. So I started Beachcomber by Lindy Stitches. I got this for the year before for Nashville. I have got some Nashville haul now, which I will show you. So that's what that looks like. I'm stitching mine, I want to say it's the called for. Yeah, raw, 32 count raw by Swigart. That's a Belfast linen. Did have to frog a couple of times, but on the whole, quite happy with the progress I made over the weekend. So I got to there, and this is literally the start and the progress I made the whole time. So I decided to start in the middle on the big block. I think last time I saw you mentioned that I didn't have the beads. I was struggling to get hold of beads, but I've actually since put a 1, 2, 3 stitch order in, which is where the Nashville haul came in. Next I decided to start a camping stitch, so I tend to pick something that's a bit more basic. Doesn't matter if it gets washed or anything, or I want to say ruined, but anyway. So I'm doing, maybe I ought to change the scissor fob that's in there. Magical Mandala by Caterpillar Cross Stitch. I got this when it was part of the bi-monthly boxes, which I've not subscribed to anymore. And I think I stitched on this just at camp. I don't think I did any more stitches, so I literally have that much. So all I take is a photocopy of the pattern, this, the threads, scissors, and that's it. So I never want to start it again, because it's all in DMC, you can easily re-kit it yourself. And it's easy to see, and it's fairly blocky in colour, so there's not a lot of colour, constant colour changes as well, so I find that quite meditative sometimes. Oops, trying to get the house keys off. I've got the French doors open to try and stop some of the echo, but I don't know if that's working. You might never see this video, who knows? Something came flying off. My next and last new start is a cell, which is the, I've got a photo. So a new bit was out yesterday. Carolyn Manning stained glass cell. This is the first part. and we got this when you paid for it in March, but officially didn't start until the 1st of April, so I waited until the 1st of April. And then part 2 came out yesterday, so I'll pop in a photo. It has got 3 Cryonics in as well as a load of DMC. And I'm stitching mine on a 32 count Murano. It's either plum or lavender. I've got something in here to tell me. Plum. And I'm still in the first block, but it's more filling the colour. Where was I before the phone rang? So yeah, so it's more filling the colour at the minute. This is the first block of 2 for the first part, so I've got 4 blocks to complete now, and most of the way there on block 1. I think it's more getting the black framework stitching that takes time, because with the filling, because it's coverage, you don't have to worry about doing the thread behind, although I haven't done any of the Cryonic yet. Yeah, I've not used Cryonic before. I've got alternatives if I don't like it. It's fine. That's a scissor cover that fell off. Sorry. Force of habit. Right, should we sort out the giveaway winner before I talk plans and haul? So for the first giveaway, we have Pauline's kindly donated fairy project bag, and I've had 8 entries in for that. So I'm kind of going to go a bit old school. I've written all the names down, and I'm just going to ask her in the corner to give me a number, so apologies if I set yours off. Alexa, give me a number between 1 and 8.
Here's a number between 1 and 8. It's 8.
Right, that is the OK Stitcher. I'll put your comment in here. If you can contact me via Instagram. If you haven't got Instagram, the email address is below. That's that one. And the second one is a house bag, also made by Pauline. Beautiful fabric. And I had 6 entries for this one. Alexa, pick a number between 1 and 6.
Here's a number between 1 and 6. It's 4.
4 is Angela Jury. So I'll pop your comment here. And same again. I think you're on I think I've seen you on Instagram. I can't remember now. If not, email me. So yeah. So looking forward to getting those out to their new homes. Still got all the packaging and we literally got a sub post office just around the corner. So as soon as you let me know, I can get that out. So that's the giveaways. Still hovering around 300. Just looked then, it's like 294. So algorithms, and plus I'm not posting this regularly, so I don't know. I'm not on Instagram, so I'm not getting people coming across from there. But I'm quite happy to keep the channel smaller. Right, so do plans and then I'll do hauls. So plans, I have got a ticket to the Spring Mingle, but probably only going to be on for a couple of hours tomorrow morning. But I will hit up the shopping haul because it doesn't start till midnight tonight our time, and then I think it finishes in the early hours of Monday morning, which is a bank holiday here. so we'll see. Depends what times come up when I log in. Like I say, tomorrow I think that'll be when I first log on. And like I said, I did pick up the hands-on design class, which is not open to any more attendees, simply because I didn't want to the finishing instructions got emailed yesterday, and I didn't want to have to try and sort out email addresses and whatnot, so they cut the class off earlier in the week, so there's no more sign-ups for that. But don't know if I'll catch it live. I'll probably end up catching the replay, which is fine. Her classes are very good and very informative. What else? I got into the Caterpillar Cross Stitch Retreat in September, and I'm so excited. I think it's one thing that kept me going through all the decorating was the fact that I finally got a ticket. Which there was a little bit of to and throwing, but yeah, got there in the end. And it'll be my first in-person full-on retreat, which I'm finding a little bit daunting because I'm much more of an introvert. But at the same time, really excited. So I'm trying to work out what bits of kit I actually need. I know I need like a tote bag. I've got light. I've got myself, I'll show you in the haul, like a desk stand. I know what my small is going to be. I kind of think I know what my table gifts are going to be, but I need to check a few things out. So yeah, and it's drivable, so I'm not staying over. It's quite close to me. So yeah, I'll be driving backwards and forwards. I think it's like 3 hours on the Friday, 9 till 10, so 13 hours. Yeah, that's 13 hours, isn't it? On the Saturday, and then I want to say it's like 9 till 5 on the Sunday. But yeah, really looking forward to that. Hopefully get a lot of stitching progressing. If you come in, let me know. Projects that I want to work on. So obviously it's May now, so I've got Manning May, so my Sal and my Arctic Blast, which is my other project, which I think is not currently in my current wet box, so it must be up in my room. So when we packed everything up, a project I wanted to hand I put in the tub, and then some more upstairs in my room, and then a couple of random things obviously end up in a box somewhere. Well, I think it's just my Victorian charm that might be in that random box, but along with a load of stitchy items, like my flower frog that I keep my scissors in. Sorry if you heard the pigeon flying across the back garden. Mirror May, which I probably won't get until at least until the carpet's down, which is like 19th of May. There's still a possibility to get some work on it before the end of May. Mermaid, which I've got the Fabrali Narinda Sal, which is also upstairs at the minute. And then I've got monogamous, but it's not really monogamous, is it? Which is the Koi Carp, which is the one I need to get done for the end of July. But no doubt I'll still pick up other things like Cabin in the Woods, With Thy Hands, Blackbird, and maybe, oh yeah, Gilmore Girls. No doubt there'll be some other things I'll pick up. In terms of haul, so I said I would allow myself a day at the end of March to buy some bits, and I've been so good up to then. I got right to the end of March, apart from the Carolyn Manning sale, which I did buy. Yeah, and then it's like the floodgates opens, but anyway. try and do this in order. Got a bag that I stitched with Contini Puntini on there. I need to do one more episode as well. That could go on the other side, couldn't it? So for Mother's Day, I got the dimensions. This is the newer version of the packaging. It came from Amazon. There is a review on there that says not all the pages are included, but they are. It's split over 2 pages, but at the bottom it says 1 of 4. But that includes like the legend, you know what I mean, symbols chart, and then how to stitch. So yeah, two pages, and so this is full coverage. I think previously I've been put off because it's quite confetti and it is full coverage, but I think with stitching Koi Carp and seeing coming it together and knowing how much my dad will like it, I think I'll enjoy this. It does come with a plain piece of Ada, so I might swap that out for gridded. So yeah. I bought this one, but Petruvia Designs, it's a Koi Carp bookmark. Thought I might do it for my dad for Christmas. With all the other Koi Carp that he's getting. And this will be the card once it's made up, and this is from Nye Cross Stitch. She's in Wales on Etsy. You can only get kits or charts. She doesn't do a PDF option. And the chart doesn't have symbols, just a warning. But I absolutely love her designs. Right, oops. I randomly picked up some local DMC threads that need to go in a couple of projects. I think it's the Brauerana one that I haven't started in. Oh, one more stitch which I haven't worked on. And one's for the Fabulous Houses. Right. I think there's definitely some Canadian at the Nashville starter one. So I got beads and some scissors. Can't remember why I got the scissors. Because I definitely had enough for the free shipping. I do like the little snips actually. I've got my first SewMeSarah ornament, which is Wise Guy. It comes with all the sequins and beads. I've got the Nashville cookbook, which I've only briefly had a look at, so I'll need to update you on that one. I've not had it before, and I really like this as well. I know Caroline from Caroline's Cross Stitch Corner said she really liked the look of that as well. I'm sure it's cherries or raspberries actually. Might be one just for. This one doesn't do cherries, but I love cherries. Finally got Heartstring Sampery Who Let the Frogs Out. So there's 3 patterns in this series. And yeah, I think since I saw it on Erin's channel, 2 Martini Stitcher, I've wanted this, and it's sort of sat there in the wish list, not getting purchased, so I finally went and purchased it. Not sure I've got a fabric for it, so I'll be on the lookout for that. And then I got got the last in the fabulous houses. Not sure if I'm going to swap one out and put this in. Haven't decided yet. But that's one big house. I think the problem is the one I've started with is a castle, which technically is number 2. There's a lot of like floaty stitches, so it's quite sparse. I think I only want something. I want to stitch on a house, but I'm trying to do the out border so I can get to the house. Anyway, one of the lovely ladies was stitching funky chickens, and I was like, I keep looking at this, going, oh, I do like it, and then of course I had to get the groovy chicks as well. No, that was the other way around. I think she was stitched on these ones, but yeah, she stitched on these ones, but then I had to get this one as well. So I say first lot of Saxuma Street. I also got another My Big Toe. It says each day 1 stitch at a time. Take each day 1 stitch at a time. Might change out the colours, I'm not sure. I quite like the colours though. That one I could. It's only 65 by 65, so you can make it into a small. That is not my small for the retreat, because the prompt was stitch something that starts with the first letter of your name. So this is my Nashville 2 hands-on designs. The Stitching Parliament, and You Say I'm Crafty Like It's a Bad Thing. I know there's another one just come out, I can't remember what it's called, or she's about to do it. Check out her channel, it was the last video on there. I think she tells you the name of it and doesn't show the design. So that's all the 1, 2, 3 stitch stuff. So I bought that when the exchange rate started going more in my favour. It took the usual time to get here and there wasn't any extra charges. And then so Bee's Got Knees I've got, which is a hands-on design one for the Spring Mingle. If you haven't seen that, I'll pop a photo in. I also got a needle book by the Cozy DH shop on Etsy. Lots of cute needle books, but it kind of reminded me of Charmed and like the Book of Shadows, so keen to stitch that one. I got my small for the retreat, which I'm not going to show you. I saw Lauren at Flossibilities' latest video and knew I had to have the new, I say new, Carolyn it was, but it's Shack on the Beach is the sequel to it, which looks like that. I think I have fabric, don't know if I've got all the threads, don't know when I'm going to start it. I feel like it's a summery beach holiday stitch, so there's a possibility there when we go away. But of course I couldn't let it travel alone even though it's coming electronically. I've got the nautical pillow, which also could be another fun stitch, as it's monochromatic. And I've got a load of blues upstairs, but they're not, they're solid. That's down there. So I know I've got other things, I'm just trying to think, have I shown you everything? Yeah, I think that's everything PDF wise. And then I decided, so this is an Amazon purchase that came yesterday. So I got some like little tag things for my project bag. those. I did do it at one point, but you know, with the plastic slidey on, I couldn't get on with them. Right. I got myself a tablet stand. Which, in hindsight, I should have read it, but I thought it would collapse down. It doesn't. It collapses, not completely anyway, it collapses down to that. But it looks quite sturdy. I've not used it yet. But the idea is to use that on retreat. But I could use it for my phone, but it's not quite that big. I've had a new phone since the last video as well. Which actually was very painful. I ended up calling Apple for the best part of 2 hours. Yeah, got there in the end. After watching Caterpillar Cross Stitch guide, I can't remember which guide it was, Ford was recommending these as like a stitch tool. So I'd recently purchased the LB's table stand. If I can clip my hoop into there, I can twist that round as well. And it's not like a solid hoop, so I can swap that out, and I think you can put a scroll frame in there, but not too big. And I can counterweight that to the table. There's only slight annoyance, I think. It's going to be that bump. If I did manage to just clamp it down to the coffee table, so I'm not lifting the coffee, and it's quite good. So just clamp that together. That forms a good clamp, and then it's got like a quick release. That I'm trying to do it very cack-handedly. Like that. I've got pink because I want to get pink. I did think I could use these. I've got some wooden drawers upstairs that need gluing. I did think I could use them on that. It worked for the smaller ones, but not the big ones. So I have to. Seem to be working quite good. So I'd definitely buy another one, and that's Pro Work. It's a 2-pack of 6-inch quick release clamps. Other colours are available. That's it. I think that's it in terms of haul. In terms of life, like I say, I've been on camp, which is really warm during the day, but it was really cold at night. To the point I got the blanket out of the car that's covered in, and put it under me to stop the cold from rising. And it saved me. The second night I managed to get quite a decent amount of sleep, whereas the first night I kept waking up cold. And all the leaders were feeling the same. Kids were fine, like 2 or 3 to a tent, so they were all like snuggled in together. What else? Well, yeah, the biggest whip of all, the living room dining room. It's getting there. Fireplace goes in on the 12th, carpet goes down on the 19th. Don't know when the curtains and sofas are going to turn up because he hasn't ordered them. Yeah, handed the project over to him. Anyway. What else? Is there anything else? My son hurt his knee. It's still getting better. It's still a bit weak, I would say. It's like soft tissue damage to it. I think he rugby tackled one of the other kids, and it a bit, yeah. Other than that, just life is normal. Nothing else to report. And I know I'm rambling, and I want to get this video edited and uploaded today, and maybe have some stitchy chill time. It's husband's birthday tomorrow, and it's the son's officially a teenager birthday at the end of May. I still hope to record that week, but the kids are off, so see how that one goes. My son, my youngest son, we're planning to put a table in his room, so he might be down here or he might be up there, or who knows whether I'll get the time to record, because I think we're both, the other half's working, so I can't use the office space that we normally have. Kind of means I have to boot him out. The teenager nearly constantly his room. Mary comes out and he comes out for food or school, maybe a few other things, but that's about it. Doesn't get into the not washing stage, although it's not too bad that way. The eating out of house and home, that's definitely a thing. And he's as tall as me now. Yeah. And I'm officially a scout mum. No more cubs, both in scouts until it's a good year and a half before my eldest finished scouts. And then he decides if he wants to go on to explorers. But we haven't got one at our section, so he'd have to go to a new section. I'm rambling. I'm definitely going to finish now. If the giveaway winners would like to contact me, that would be great. Happy stitching everyone. Bye for now.